10 years after his death, Michael Jackson's complicated legacy is dividing his biggest fans. It's been 10 years to the day since Michael Jackson died at the age of 50, leaving fans, critics and onlookers worldwide completely stunned. The star, you still an icon, albeit a troubled one. You had been preparing for a 50-date run of concerts at London's O2 Arena, which was set to be his big comeback after years of hitting headlines for financial woes, abuse allegations, and rumored health issues. His untimely death, which was itself marred in controversy, with Dr. Conrad Murray later being found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, abruptly brought Hollywood and the music world to a standstill. In the decades since, the nature of his legacy has become increasingly unclear, as while his music is for the most part still celebrated, allegations about his personal life have persisted. Having Ganiver fully disappeared following a 2005 trial, which saw him acquitted on all counts of child molestation. The Jackson estate vehemently denied the claims, describing the 4-hour-long film as a public lynching, but their statement did little to stem public interest. In the wake of the doc, here in the UK, plays on many stations have decreased, with Jackson's 5 most popular BBC radio songs now relegated to occasional plays on regional stations, rather than the main national ones, Radio 1, 2 and 6 MUSIC. So now, 10 years on from Jackson's death, what state is his legacy in? How fans feel. The majority of public ones protested Jackson's innocence, and some came from accounts dedicated to doing this, featuring his face as their profile picture and usernames including Justiceform J, MJ4EVER, and MJ Innocent. His music is more relevant than ever. One tweet read, "His lyrics are time. He is the king of music," another said. "His legacy will but nobody is denying his phenomenal career achievements." Thriller, released in 1982, remains the best-selling album of all time. He was inducted in a sure sign of his enduring musical appeal. Jackson also became the first artist to have a top 10 single in the Billboard in 5 different decades. But for some devotees, the allegations are affecting their ability to enjoy the music. "MJ had so much talent and so much creativity that it made me want to be creative. I danced to Michael, learned how to dance like him and Janet, and would pore over his lyrics and indulge in his music videos. We loved him for his. These memories are mine, and they don't endorse his alleged misconduct with children." But Girl You, who in 2017 took a trip to America to see the Jackson siblings' childhood home, describes her thoughts on his legacy as quite complicated. Following the star's death, fans and critics have often stitched together conclusions for themselves, and Girl rationalizes that, "In my opinion, it's very clear Michael had an issue with boundaries when it came to other people's children. I believe people let it carry on for so long simply because of who he was," she says. "This is why it's hard. I still own all his albums and DVDs with every music video on them. I love Michael Jackson. I danced to Thriller in my junior school at the end of year event," he says. "I went to 3 I have so many memories tied up with him and his music, but since watching Leaving Neverland I've not been able to listen to or watch any of his music." Admitting his frustration at people who refuse to acknowledge the accusations against Jackson, he adds, "I still can't believe how many of his fans won't believe any of it. I think they've invested so much over the years defending him that they will never accept it." A 25-year-old, who asks to remain anonymous, describes themselves and their family as huge Jackson fans, explaining that their brother chose "I Just Can't Stop Loving You" to play during their mother's funeral. "It's a lovely song and has such weight behind it," they explain. "Now for me, every time his or a Jackson 5 song comes on Spotify I skip it, because I just can't bring myself to enjoy it the way I used to." But the numbers suggest support remains steadfast, and for every fan tuning out, there seem to be plenty more pressing play on Jackson's hits. In March, Billboard reported that after the release of Leaving Neverland, streams of Jackson's music actually increased by nearly 10%. It had initially been reported there had been a drop, before this error was rectified. Meanwhile, The West End production of Thriller Live is continuing its indefinite run. You can currently book tickets for dates up to April 2020, and if you can't make it to that, Jackson tribute acts are still booking dates up and down the UK. Speaking over the weekend, Janet Jackson made a rare comment on her brother's legacy, telling The Times that she's certain it will continue. I hope I am not sounding arrogant in any way. I am just stating what is. It's really all got. The statistics side with Janet. A final fan, the reason why we have to separate the music and the man is because of its prevalence in our globalized culture. Gallery Michael Jackson's Life and Legacy USA Today. The discourse online is overwhelming, and the hundreds of replies to this one tweet about Jackson's legacy would surely be enough to put many people off discussing him online. But putting Jackson the artist to one side, Dean concludes this is exactly what we need to do. I am not gonna stop listening to Billie Jean, he says. It means more to me. The best thing we, as adjusted and good people, can do is to have open conversations about the man.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.